morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Matt. I'm Daniel.
I'm Grandpa.
I'm Kelly.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
And
we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff on the farm, but one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. Welcome back, everyone. As you can see, we've been working on feeding animals. We just got finished up. The calves were the last thing that we needed to take care of, and they are now fed. Now, we did have something pretty big happen on the farm yesterday. We had a new addition to the farm. Well, when I say a new addition, it's like 100 new additions. Now, this is where our small lean-to was. We have made it a little bit larger, and we don't got 100 chickens, we got 125 chickens added into this new section of pen. If you remember from a previous video, we were working on getting this accomplished, and now that it is accomplished, it looks really nice. It's a pretty large, spacious area that gives the chickens plenty of room, and it's nice in here. The wind's blowing really, really hard out today, and there's not much of a breeze blowing through, which that's good. We want these animals to be nice and comfortable. And you can obviously tell I'm not being my loud self like I normally am, because I don't want to spook these birds. They got here yesterday. You know, when you're traveling animals at any point, it can be very stressful on the animals. So I'm just trying to keep it calm and mellow in here for the birds. Now, for anybody that is curious, these are the same variety of bird that we have over in the other pen. These are called red sex-links. Now, it is going to be a few weeks till they start laying, but we just wanted to get them acclimated. We got some nests put in here. We have some bedding down, and we're going to leave them be for now, but they are beautiful birds. We've got a few different routes when raising our own layers. We've got them in as new hatched peaks, and we've raised them that way. That worked out pretty good. Now, there's a few bonuses to raising them from when they're really, really tiny. One, they get acclimated to you very quickly. They become very friendly. These birds, it takes a little bit longer for them to friendly up. But rather than waiting the extended period of time to get eggs, we're getting eggs much sooner rather than later, which is a big cost benefit for us. Now, it is a little more expensive to get birds at this size. However, they're gonna start laying sooner, and we'll be able to get our investment back sooner. So there's a lot of costs that go into this, but there's a reason why we do everything on the farm. We're gonna let the birds be, but this pen is really nice for them. I think they're gonna enjoy it. Now, a few of you may question why we don't just put all the chickens together. Well, the phrase pecking order is a real thing. The older chickens would beat up and kill many of the new chickens, so we can't put them together, sadly. I don't know why the birds can't just be nice to each other. That's what I would talk to them about. Hey, can we keep it all nice? Can we keep it all friendly? But nope, they would not do that. Before we make our way up top, we have a job that needs to be taken care of, and that is washing potatoes. Now, all the potatoes that we have been moved up into the cooler, so we're gonna have to go grab a bin or two and then bring them down. We moved all the potatoes up into the cooler because it was starting to warm up, and the potatoes would start to sprout eyes, which makes them very difficult to sell. So we're gonna run over, grab some potatoes, and then get washing. Dad is gonna start hauling those potatoes down around back so that we can get started with washing. I'm gonna head down there too, but first I'm gonna make my way down into the greenhouse. I gotta check on Callie. I haven't seen her since I brought her this morning. Oh, there we go. You know she's having a good time when there's bubbles everywhere. Are you playing with bubbles? Wow. Oh. Yeah, I see it. Ooh, ooh. The greenhouse is looking pretty full today. It's so full that now they're working on hanging baskets for the lower greenhouses. That's what Daniel's been doing this morning. He's been filling pots. Matthew has been working on hanging up baskets, and then my Aunt Rhonda and my Aunt Bonnie, they have been filling the baskets. I don't think people realize the sheer amount of hanging baskets that we do. I mean, we've got this whole section of baskets, and then this table over here is almost filled with hanging baskets. And then we think about all the ones that we have hung up, and we're still not done. We've still got hanging baskets that need to be filled. There's just, whew, there's a lot of hanging baskets. We brought down 3 bins of potatoes, and now we are adding them into the hopper. Dad's bringing them up. I'm just opening up the bins, and they're all getting dumped in. The only problem is it's a little dark on this side, so it's hard to see. But we've got 1 bin right there, and then we've got another bin over there, and we should be good to go. There'll be plenty of potatoes for a brief moment. Then the next time we need to wash, we just have to do the same thing. We got our 2 bins of potatoes loaded into the hopper. They are all ready to go. We got an extra bin down here if we need it, but I think 2 is gonna do us just fine. You will notice we had quite a bit of loss when it comes to the potatoes. What we do with the potatoes that we can't sell, we either eat them ourselves or give them to the cattle. Now, some of you may see this and think that's a lot, and to be honest, it is quite a bit for 2 bins. However, these potatoes were harvested back in October, and we're coming up on the middle of March. So these potatoes have been stored for that extended period of time. So the fact that this is what we're looking at when it comes to loss, I mean, like, I'm not happy about it, but I'm also not upset about it. We were on borrowed time by this point anyway. They're like a pack of wild animals. I'll tell you what, they love their potatoes. I think potatoes are still the favorite. Tomatoes were pretty popular last year, but when you put a pile of potatoes in front of some cattle, they'll get to munching. Bin filled. Now we're working on our second. We wanted to get 2 done because we're gonna have to take them up top anyway and move them into the cooler. So rather than doing 1 bin at a time, we felt it was wise to get 2 done. And just gotta turn that knob. Alrighty, and that is it. We've got all our potatoes washed and taken care of. They're looking pretty good if you ask me. Oh, I missed one. Nice job. Oh, and it's a nice one. Oh, the cattle will love it. We've got 2 beautiful bins of potatoes ready to be bagged. Baked potatoes, chips, French fries, sweet potatoes. Any way you could have potatoes, I like it, and I'm sure the cattle like it too. Could you imagine hearing that sound in the middle of the night? Just about 30-40 bovine munching down on some potatoes. That'd be nightmare fuel. Now that the potatoes are all washed and being let out to dry, we're gonna make our way into the greenhouse. How's it going? Going pretty good. Oh, good. One more thing I'll mention. You may notice I got some colorful band-aids on. Callie picked the colors. This is why you don't rush when you're making dinner. This is my reminder to take it easy, take it slow, and relax. Don't be rushing, because you'll hurt yourself. What do I need to make cold brew?
Big tea bags that I have that you can buy.
Oh, you just put coffee in tea bags and just soak them in cold water?
Yeah, but the ones I get, you can put 2 cups of coffee.
Oh.
It's real nice to have it in the fridge.
Oh. I'm enlightened.
I'm missing a hanger.
Matthew had just brought this ladder over to put up a hanger, but while we have it here, I'm gonna climb up and show you how the tomatoes are looking on top of the greenhouse. Oh yeah, getting pretty high up here. Oh, we've got good growth. Look at that. In no time, these tomatoes are gonna be coming up over the sides of the pots and hanging down. Then it'll be a lot easier to assess how healthy they've been. But they've grown quite a bit from when we last saw them. They're teeny tiny little plants. The sun's out and it's a lot warmer at the top of the greenhouse, so I'm getting down. Aunt Rhonda, I know you don't want to be on camera, but some people were saying in the comments they would love to interview you one day. No? She said no. Okay, we're never gonna force Aunt Rhonda to be on camera, but Aunt Rhonda does a lot of work. And she appreciates all the nice words that you guys said. I let her know. I told her, hey, they talk nice about you. They'd love to meet you, but she don't feel comfortable. So we're not gonna make Rhonda get on camera. You know what we forgot today? Sunglasses. It is bright in here. There's a lot of suns.
I was doing this all day yesterday and my neck hurts.
Lauren's neck hurts from being bent over looking at the kids while she's breastfeeding.
I'm gonna get a hunchback.
Yeah, she's like, I have to massage Lauren's neck a lot. But that's okay, I don't mind. I'm doing my part. You wanna know how serious flower season is around these parts? We have a customer at the front of the greenhouse wanting to know when would be the earliest time he could come in to pick out his flowers because he wants to get the best selection. That's gonna start happening more and more as we get closer to flower time, but it's still the middle of March. I mean, as we get closer to the end of April and into Mother's Day, that's when we'll be our most busy. I don't know if where you live it's like that, but a lot of people are focused on flowers and on gardening in our local area, which is why these greenhouses are so popular. It's also why we have such a good relationship with our customers, because we do our best to grow what they need and what they like. I mean, with these greenhouses, you fill them up so much, you don't think that they would ever empty out, but once you start getting into June, the end of May into June, these greenhouses look like ghost towns. And then we have to start moving into mums. But that also, once you start selling the mums, they go quick. It's something that we've noticed, and I think we've just developed a good relationship with the people in our area. They take really good care of us. I mean, we could have a year where we don't sell out of our flowers, but I don't think the local people would let that happen. They really take good care of us. We just got the call that it is lunchtime, so we are making our way up into the farm market to get something to eat. Alrighty, everyone, let's see what we are having for lunch. Ooh, it looks like we have ham and cabbage too. We also got some tuna fish here, and Grammy is making chocolate peanut butter candies, but they're probably not for lunch. We just got finished with lunch and we were taking care of a few things here in the farm market. My parents had just gotten a pig from another family friend or a farmer friend, so we've been pretty excited about that. Sausage, bacon, hams, oh, it's so nice. So we were just talking about where we were gonna put the all the pork into the freezer, so they are focused on that right now. We also had our milk order show up, so we get 2 different types of milk orders. That also is from a local dairy, which is pretty cool. So they got all that stuff moved into the farm market. So the milk, the pig that we had just gotten, and my mom had taken Callie with her this morning. So Callie wanted to go for a ride. So they went in the van and she has been dropped off at home. So I don't have to worry about heading home to drop Callie off. I can make my way right back down into the greenhouse. And if anybody is curious what the temperature is in here, we were just shy of 80 degrees. Right when I made it into the greenhouse, Aunt Rhonda gave me a job. She needs me to fill up gallon pots. Because of what she's working on, she's not 100% sure how many she needs, so I'm just gonna fill up 100 for now. Machine with soil, I like to add the water in the top. It just mixes in nicer. If I put it all here at the bottom, it just seems like the water sits there and it makes this giant clump. Not fun to deal with. Just got all the pots filled up. I put them right here for Rhonda, all stacked, so whenever she wants to get planting, they're available. Ooh, exciting stuff. We're getting ready to move hanging baskets down over the hill. So they got the wagon hooked up to the side-by-side, and Daniel and Dad have been loading up baskets. We gotta go nice and slow so we don't lose any baskets. That is not good. And I've lost baskets before. Maybe one time. Well, that's the first of many, but it is a big deal for us today because we have now moved down over the hill. This is exciting. More greenhouses to fill up. You know, we've got a lot of them. That is a good looking wagon. Just got the rest of the baskets moved into the greenhouse. I think that's where we're gonna be stopping today. We moved 2 full wagons, which in the grand scheme of things doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot for this greenhouse to be started off with. We did kind of clean this greenhouse up at the end of the year, so we don't really have to worry about cleaning too much. There's a little bit of sweeping that we have to do here and there. There's some stuff at the front of the greenhouse that we need to move out. But for the most part, this greenhouse is ready to go. We didn't need them today because the weather was so nice, but the heaters work great. So if it is gonna get cold, turn the heaters on, no problem. This is nice. This excites me, seeing this greenhouse start to fill up. It helps you appreciate that a lot of work is on the way though, because not only are we gonna be putting a lot of flowers into this greenhouse, but there's a lot of vegetable plants gonna be put up in here, and we'll eventually be selling them all through the farm market or planting them ourselves. Just got finished with working down in the greenhouses for the day. We came up into the store because we originally were going to be making some scrapple. With all that pork that we had enough to make some scrapple, so that was the plan today. We're not going to get to it. We don't really sell scrapple, we just make it for ourselves, and we have a really big family, so we have to make a lot of scrapple. But that was going to be the plan, but usually Tuesday nights we have some things we got to do, so we're not going to be able to get it done. But that's okay. What, you can't get done tomorrow?
I mean, what you can't get done today, you can get done tomorrow, that's for sure.
Well, everyone, after work, I got home, I got a shower and changed, and then I've been hanging out with the wife, been hanging out with the babies. We got all three of my babies right here. We got Callie. You playing with the twins?
No.
Oh, never mind. And then we got Lily and Ronnie in here, just enjoying themselves. We gotta wake them up because it is time to eat. They were hanging out on mommy. Such beautiful little babies. We also gotta get working on our dinner. So feeding the babies and working on our dinner. That means this is where we're gonna end the video today. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you have not already, don't forget to like the video. And also, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing because it helps us out a lot. As always, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.